Hello and welcome back. So, as promised, we're going to be following the exciting adventures of Cast Iron number 318. That was, for those not in the know, that is one of the least popular of the 1960s sitcom. And while admittedly the adventures of Cast Iron number 318 pioneered many of the ideas that would later be seen in Thomas the Tank Engine of a television show about following trains around. It was unsuccessful. It did not really achieve widespread positive ratings or much love or become a classic series, mainly because I just made it up. I was kind of struggling with how to introduce this. So, anyway, the 38 stock. Now that's a very famous train. I've actually ridden on one of those, by the way, and this is not an age thing, or indeed an I grew up on the Isle of Wight thing, which I did not. It's the London Underground. Let's go and look at our tubes. Where's our tubes? The tube. Oh, yes, the tube is still running gate stock, so the tube can be moved to 19. Can it? 1938 stock is quite long. So are these stations long enough? I think they are. Let's do it and let's see if it causes a disaster. Now this segues neatly in to a conversation about the Wareham tube. I think Wareham tube might be the one that's a little bit on the shortened side. So Wareham tube, 1993 stock, yes. Replace that with that would probably be a better replacement. So let's just do it and see whether it works or not. We'll find out when there's a horrible accident. Segues neatly into the plot and attitude of the typical episode of Thunderbirds. But it's one of those things like Thunderbirds takes place in a future dystopia in which health and safety and the idea of some sort of that a workplace should have some sort of minimum safety standards just never happened. And instead, the world just decided, should cars be nuclear powered? Why not? Should we have any safety shielding or anything around them? Oh no, don't worry about that. Yes, and while I, very, very exciting things are always going on in Thunderbirds, and lots of opportunities to go and sort of rescue people in advanced craft and a bald man to try and steal the secrets. While lots of that, you do as an adult to sort of start to think, well, shouldn't there be some sort of building regulations on building a 70-story tower block where a small car accident in the basement can cause it to catch fire to a level that it will collapse? Yes, and it seemed this weird thing that the international rescue universe had this strange sort of division between utter disregard for human life. In terms, let's build a nuclear-powered blimp, and what happens if it goes wrong? Oh, it just irradiates everyone on it. Never mind. Or, let's test a monorail at 200 miles an hour. Have we finished building the track? No. Will anyone stop us from doing that? No, they don't care. The kind of disconnect between that attitude and then oh no, two people are stuck in a cave. How should we proceed? Let's mount a rescue mission using advanced craft and lots of jet and rocket fuel and someone having to be in space, which has a cost of probably into the tens, maybe hundreds of millions. It's like, would it not have been sort of cheaper to have some kind of workplace safety on the explosives they were using, whatever caused them to get track of the cable today? No, not in the slightest. So yeah, so there you go. Ooh, that looks problematic. Why is that? Why are problematic things happening? Demand to know. Ah, that's why problematic things are happening about my network. Now, so my earlier sort of bold attitude where I was like, oh, it's fine, it doesn't matter that these trains are longer, has rather not paid off. So let's see if we can fix this. Let's see if we at least... So that's going to go into there. Now, does this just move the problem on? Should we just replace that? Should we just pretend that never happened? Because I don't think these have a capacity problem. I don't think so. I could be wrong. But so let's replace the 4 cores. We've got 15 of them. Let's replace them with 2 HALs. So this may reduce capacity too much, but I'm willing to live with that risk that the capacity gets reduced a bit too much. So thank you, 4 core. You were good, but too large. So what we could do actually is I guess we could do. We could replace that. So why not? Yeah, let's have a 4 core as well. Let's make our train provisioning very, very confusing. Right. All of that and cast iron. How much? We never did what we were supposed to be doing, which was monitoring it getting to a Wilmerslow powertrain. Well, 318. Cast iron 318. Yeah, maybe that is. That made money yet? No, this is the first time it's actually going to get here. So, oh no, there's still going to be problems with that passenger network. But come on, let's see this happen. See this unload and work before we get too excited. Oh yes, 71,000. That's well worth it. Oh yeah. This is just sort of running slowly, so this will fix itself. It'll all fix itself. It'll all come good. There's my cast iron trains going around there. So let's go and see about cast iron now, because cast iron is probably almost certainly going to be some sort of disaster with iron building up everywhere. It's not too bad. It's relatively undisastrous. So I think maybe just another 2 cast iron trains should do the job. There we go. Off those run. Oh dear. They're yet more disaster. Is this a disaster which is slowly fixing itself, or is this just a disaster which is just going to ongoing disaster which is just going to continually on-go, never ever fix itself? Well, no, I just have too many trains on here. There'll be timetabling issues and things like that. Yes, so this is all just waiting for this station here at Kark. We probably could fix this. Yeah, so let's build a depot here. Move that back to there. And then we could, say, let's have a buffer stop. Let's do some things. Let's build like that. Let's do that, and then we can have a kind of a a nice little outer platform like this. Maybe just need a couple of shelters. That looks okay. And there we go. There we go. Right, that should help with that. By increasing capacity there. No. And everything. We should be building some engines now. Down at Wilmslow. Now, what else does this need? The cast iron, aluminium, and sand. So, where can we find sand? Sand comes from a quarry. So, can we find any more local sand? Ah, there's a quarry up in Leicester. And we don't transport any sand from it. Oh, that's perfect, isn't it? Right, so what we can do now is do more of this sort of crazy terraforming up at Leicester. So you've got trains which load limestone there. Remember when Leicester had a nice little sort of lake? Do you remember those days? I may as well just get rid of that, because we probably want to put some junctions in there. Ooh, I'm still building third rail. Let's not build third rail. So what I plan to do here is to turn this into the sort of normal escape depot setup, but also have a flat junction which goes around here. And then sort of... So this wiggles up there, yeah. So we're going to wiggle this up here. Around this depot, like this. And then we have an issue, which we need some space for the station to go in there. So let's get rid of this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And let's pop that round there. Don't want block signals, I want pass signals. And then this can come round here. Like that. There we go. So that can have some signals as well. This is going to be a little less sporty this turn. This can be a bit more aggressive there. I still have the problem that this needs an overflow depot. So we're also going to introduce an extra wiggle there. I'm unbuilding track, I need to rebuild it again, but at least that means it doesn't, and it's not full of signals. There we go. So overflow depot there. And now I can build that ISR station, which is the mineral silo. There you go. So 5x2, 5x2, 6x2, 5x2, 6x2. Let's build a 6x2. Let's do that. Yes, and then we can. Actually, it needs to be a 5x2 because it needs the exit signals. Exit signals. Oh, trams are old. Yeah, we should go take a look at that, I suppose. In a little bit. We can stomach some losses from trams. We should probably check our operating profit. Slowly declining, actually. Maybe there's something to worry about there. Maybe. So there we go. So that's that. So we can have that there and that there. So this is going to be Leicester stone. And this could be Leicester sand. So what do Maidenhead trams run? Let's go fix this. So Maidenhead trams are running Martin box cars. So it's just a sort of a blanket replacement. Let's replace them with balloons. There we go. Okay, so these can go via Leicester stone. Okay, so didn't even get a pop-up there. What got introduced? Either that or I just missed the pop-up. That's always possible. I mean, that happens quite a lot to me, as I just miss the pop-up. It happens and I don't see it. So I've got the build an 8F. I could build the 8F feels quite. We're not going to go that long a distance, actually. So 8Fs. 8Fs, what's an 8F cost to run? The 8F is actually quite good value. Let's have an 8F. Yes. Oh, I don't want to build in that depot. The reason I don't want to build it in that depot is because I want to send it via the waypoint, and if I build it in that depot, this will just cause complete and total chaos, because it will be after the waypoint, and they will be trying to get to before the waypoint, and it will just go in a big long circle. So yes, that's passing. I'm kind of like, do we really need an 8F? 8F is sort of overkill. That's 8268. Yeah, I think that 8F is fine. It's going to be sort of nice standard. So we don't want to build some open wagons to go on it, and then a toad. Sand, 126 tons. So this is probably already 216 tons. It's already a couple of months worth of sand production. So so having a long station wasn't needed. So we come down through Leicester. We go via here. We go via here. We go via Urang, and that can go there. So right, do we already have a sand group? Are we already taking sand anywhere? No, we're not. So, there we go. It's a new type of cargo. I mean, it happens a fair bit in first game. So let's have 3 of those. I don't think we need too many. We really don't, because this doesn't output that much. It doesn't really need to output that much. That's an important consideration there. That, what all we need to do is make sure that we're supplying all 3 cargoes to the engine plant. So which is cast iron, aluminium, and sand. And apparently we're not supplying anything because, well, the trains are infrequent. So it'd probably help that if we were to bring some iron back. So let's do that. Let's set up some iron here. So we'll do by 5. We'll do 315 tons. This is actually really good. This maybe more, maybe the 2 by 7. There we go. So that can go there. That usual thing of let's build a thing that goes there. Then I kind of failed with this because it's a little bit too close. So well, actually, whoa! Why do I keep opening viewports? That's foolish. So this probably can go around there like that. That will probably work. That will be fine. So there we go. So that can come around there like that, and to go up there. There we go. So that's good. And then this can just be the sort of a, turning off here. So block signal there. Exit signals here. And oh yes, 939. So we now have the Nissan Hut depot. There we go. So this again, fairly dull. Let's go for 8Fs and lots of steel open wagons. So there's 300 tons. So let's put that. So iron ore, 324 tons. Wow. Yes, that will be okay. So didn't really need to be that long. So this now has to come all the way up here, and I think it has to go to the blast furnace. We have to figure out how. Oh yes, Westminster to unload, and Westminster furnace takes iron ore. Yes, it does. So that can go there. With this iron ore, so we're going to create an iron ore long distance group for this, and pop that in there. Let's have 4 of them. They've got an overflow depot. It doesn't matter, too much if there's a lot of them. This actually really needs even more than that. So let's build another couple. So there we go. 0 tons of vehicle engines. No surprise. So yeah, aluminium. Do we make that anywhere? Oh, it just comes from a bulk terminal. We don't need to make it anywhere. And in fact, there's a bulk terminal up here. Leicester Tidal Yard. And we're not taking the aluminium anywhere. This was quite a good idea to build this up near Leicester. Apart from the whole, how on earth do you actually get this down from here? So we have a, oh, that's interesting. Okay, so manganese. I wonder about manganese trains. Oh, they're getting old as well. So Holmes Class Cs. That probably implies that that Holmes Class Cs are no longer available. Oh no, they are. These just probably aren't. These probably aren't going anywhere near a depot on their route. Oh, they are. Well, that's not very good. That's really not very good. All right, let's sort out the manganese trains. So manganese. There we go. So just get some of these for servicing. But also, they're going to clone a couple of them. We probably should just upgrade. The wagons actually, rather than upgrading them. These are, they're 5 plank. We're up to steel open wagons, aren't we? Yeah, steel open wagons are the new hotness. They go faster, they carry more. But okay, so we really want to get the aluminium running. So how are we going to do that? We have the tidal yard here. We have the quarry here. So this wood. Yes, escaping the tidal yard is going to be a challenge. Although, no, there's nothing to stop us converting this from just sort of junky depot-y stuff into an actual goods station. So let's do that. Let's convert this into a goods station. So there we go. It's a 2x6 goods station. And this is going to be a pickup station. So, okay, so you probably should still have some sort of fixture. Maybe a jump ramp. Yes. Sort of, let's have a skate park there. And then let's get rid of that. Ooh, now this is the problem, isn't it? That the tidal yard now is going to be not in the right place. So let's add some extra. Now this is going to need the. This is where this could get problematic, because this is going to need the space for the depot. But we can do this. We can pop that there. There we go. That leaves enough space for a depot there. And I think this can still have a ramp there. There we go. There we go. We've got the tidal yard where it needs to go. Ooh, that's an interesting new problem. That will be a bit slow coming out of that exit, but it's probably finding it. Probably not too big a deal. So we can put the depot there. So we've got the tidal yard. That's good. So that's the tidal yard's all done. That's all we needed. Right. Let's build some trains. Let's build yet another. I think we have a 4F. Like aluminium, it doesn't really produce much aluminium, so the aluminium trains aren't really going to need to go that fast or do that much. So I think that's fine. 180 tons. There were a couple of double bars. 240 tons. There we go. Come on, break ground on the end. There you go. Let's do that. So that's going to go to the tidal yard there, and we just could go to the drop-off Wilmslow ring and off to powertrain. So that looks good. There we go. Have a couple of those and off we go. I probably should have that. The aluminium. There we go. So there are aluminium trains. They're going to load up. And there they go. Load up they do. So that is so there we go. So that now has everything mostly supplied. 166 tons already. So we will need an assembly plant. There are assembly plants as well, so we could start building this chain out. But I actually like rather than just go, oh yes, the assembly plant's kind of out here. So vehicle manufacturing takes place the way out west. There's one right over to the east as well. So there's a question of, do we want to extend the industrial might sort of out this way? But one thing as well with the assembly plants is I don't want to just ship engines to this. I'd actually like to do the chain properly. So as well as vehicle engines, which we're now making, we have parts, bodies, and tires. So let's have a look at parts. So parts go into component factory. So component factory needs stainless steel, plastics, alloy steel. So there's quite a lot still that we could be doing here. So I think we should build up this chain in future. But I think that's probably, with an eye to the time, that's probably a thing for a future episode. So I shall leave that there, and I shall indeed see you in a future episode. We shall start adding yet more cargoes to the vehicle chain.